Welcome to the channel, welcome to the garage. And if you saw it weekend, I posted up a picture and a short. We have power. I just come around and powered everything up, so the lights are all working, all the plug sockets are now wired up, which is fantastic. So we've got a last few jobs to do. I can start moving stuff in here then and get it out of my workshop itself and make some more room in there. We're always moving stuff around, aren't we, in our workshop? So what we're doing today, right? We're going to put a shelf up there, big long one, runs all the way along. That's what all this boarding's for. I'm going to be finally get round to using these Aldi shelf brackets. Now, I did ideally wanted to use a scaffolding board because I think it'll look better. But these are 300mm deep, so I had to get something a bit more substantial because scaffolding boards are only 9-inch. Add to that, I'm going to grab you some ring you around here. In this sort of recess in here, we're going to be putting in, again, these Aldi shelving units that we got, I picked up quite a while ago. These were a bargain. I think they were $5 a set. I've got 3 sets of these. I'm not anticipating using all the runners of the wall, but I'm going to use all the shelving, I think. So that's going to go up here, and then where we've got the tyres here, I'm going to create a platform. Hence the reason you'll have seen I've got a load of some CLS. I've got some old plywood to create a sort of a work area in here that's going to have my parts washer on it. So that's the plan for today. Oh, add to that, you can see all the cabling is currently exposed. I've got it around here. I've got it on this wall as well. This cabling for the cafe. I've got some trunking, and we're going to see if we can get that trunked. I'm not bothered about the cable going around the top. It's just where it comes down to the walls. We're going to try that. I want to see if that Aldi ferric nailer will do the job. It should do. Hopefully going to run it onto a, you can see on here, you should be able to run this on because it's running on almost onto a joint. So we'll see how it copes. If not, I'll drill it on. So that is the jobs for this video. I think we're going to start with putting that shelf in there. But yeah, let's get big tools out. Right, let's get this first shelf in now. So I use these Workzone brackets, and these weren't that expensive. I think like £6 a set. So I can't quite remember. Well, that's 6. We'll do it that expensive. They'll take, what's this say? Support maximum loading is 100 kilos when you use 2. So this is only going to be taking lightweight storage of things up there. But something I noticed when I took one of these apart to try and fit it, you'll see that these screw holes on the back, which is fine. This one has a plastic bung in it that you have to remove. You see there, you move that, that's fine. So you have to screw through sort of this hole, which connects this sort of triangulation unit to it. That's fine. But you can't get to the top one. Now, most shelf units, shelves with this on, they have a cutout in here so that you can sort of screw through the hole. This doesn't. So what I'm going to have to do is, so this does come apart. Give me a sec. I'm going to have to screw this in at the top, then slide this in, and then screw the bottom one in. So it's just a little bit of a faff, really, that I wasn't expecting to have to do. It's not a big issue. It's just one of those things I thought I'd let you know that it's a bit of a problem. Now I need to go get a level to see how level this is to make sure I'm going to run this nice and straight, so it's not falling. So give me a minute. Just grab the level, and yeah, this white piece of timber that is completely level. These are, you might notice, these are actually fence panels turned on side. That's what I needed to get the height I needed when this was an actual gate, an actual fence to link off the driveway to the workshop. So we kept them because we quite like them. So that's level. So what I'm going to do is, literally is just put these up, because what I'm going to do is, when I start the shelf on, these are going to sit underneath. Let me grab this. I'll show you what I mean. So these are going to sit underneath here, so that when the shelf that's over there sits on top, it'll sit a little bit proud at the end of it, because these are 300mm long and that's a 300mm panel, so it'll just give me that extra little. Right, I'm going to be using some screws that are a little bit longer than the ones it came with. I just want an extra little bit of meat on there, so I want to show the first one going in, I'll just throw the other ones in, and then we'll cut the shelf on. Right. You heard the click in, there's a little recess on this little hole here that clicks into the hole, so it does hold quite well. That's the first one. Right, I'm just going to get the others done, and then we'll get the shelf on and get it cut in. Okay, all brackets. So yeah, all 4 brackets are up. You'll notice that these ones and this one face inwards. I'll show you why. So unlike here, where I've got a post, I don't have the post sits beyond this, so I can't actually attach it. This is just obviously just thin wood. So done it this way, so it'll hold the shelf this way. On this side, exactly the same reason. The post sits too far back. One of the modifications I've had to do, if you look underneath here, is when I put the shelf on, because I couldn't get a length to do all the way through, I'm going to have a short length on there and the longer length through here. So in order to do that, I've had to just break out a drill and drill some extra holes in here, so I can put 2 pieces of timber on there and cut them in. So that's what I want to do now. I'm going to cut that's the short one, and the long one is behind me here. Do a measure up, and we'll get that here. I'll cut it into place. Put shelves in. I'm relatively straightforward. A couple of niggly little things I'll show you now. So one thing I didn't appreciate is that this runs off from the main run here, so there's a little gap. I didn't realise it when I cut this piece of timber, otherwise I could have angled it in a bit better, but it's not bad. You're not going to see it from here, so that's in. You can't really see it, can you? Right, next job is fitting these shelving units in there behind the downspout. We'll just fit in there. I'm thinking I might run all of these fitting brackets right from the top all the way down, and I can fit as many shelves as I want. And then the last thing will be fitting a small workbench there for my parts cleaner. And that should do for today. Right, I think a bruise in order first, and then we'll get on with that. So next set of shelving, we're going to be using this Workzone shelving units. What I'm going to do, I've got 3 of these because I might use all the shelves, but I'm only going to use 2 sets of the brackets. It's pretty straightforward. You screw them in, and there's little cutouts that these click into. Job's done. Now the way I'm going to attach these to the wall is I need 900mm up to get a unit in underneath it, and I'm just going to fit 2 of these. So we're going to fit 2 of these in straight away, get them nice and level, and then I'm going to attach the shelves to it to get the other side marked up, and then we can drill and fit that. That's what we made across the wages. It seemed a really sensible idea, do it rather than trying to level everything in. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 of these. That leaves me just enough space to get like a work surface in there to get my what do you call it? parts cleaner on it. That's it. Right. So I don't think you need to see me drilling holes and stuff. So I'm just going to do it. Now I'm going to try and get it as far over this way as possible. But I've got this drain pipe in the way, and I don't want to take it off because it's been painted that many times. I might end up pulling the one that's right up the ceiling that I can't get to. So we're going to work around it, and I've got to try and get my SDS drill in there some way in to get that in. But I'll fix that out. Right. Hopefully next time you see me, the shelving's going to go up, and if I hit any problems, I'll let you know. Shelves are up. Bit of a, not bad to fit. As I said, what I did was I fitted this strip in first, got that nice and square, fitted those together. Then I did 2 shelves in order to position this one, and then just set this side by leveling it all. Marked it, drilled that one, and then put the shelves back on. So a bit fiddly. Could do with having 2 of you to do it, just to hang all the stuff in, to try and get 2 shelves in there to square everything up on your own, and put a level on it, then mark it. Not the easiest thing, but it's done. Right, next job is, just drop this down a bit. Going to create a workbench-ish area here. Now, it can't be too big. I'm also thinking of either putting my parts washer on there, but I'm now thinking more putting a tool chest, another one in their top box, just for tools for working on the car. My original idea was to, in this space here, is to put a full stack, but I don't think there's enough room. I didn't realise these shelves were 800mm. I thought they were 600mm. So they're a little bit further over than I was hoping for. But what I'm ending up doing is doing a work sort of area, create a batten, create a frame. We'll chop it in, drill it into the wall. It'll come out. There'll be a little bit of a chamfer on it, and then we'll return back. And it'll be big enough to get a tool chest on it and open up. So this shelf here will be set a little bit higher, and then we can redistribute those. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I've got some old plywood that I've got from when it's just in the van of the workshop. I can't remember where it's from. Oh, it was the box I made for keeping my louver on the back of my Scirocco to save when it was in storage. That's a big piece. I'm going to cut that to shape, and then I've got the CLS that I picked up yesterday. This stuff, this will create the frame. Well, and then I'll attach it to the wall, and then I'll create a leg, and then we'll just fit a leg to it just so we can support on this. But yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll probably do all the cutting, get it roughly how I want it, and then I'll show you how far I've got. Right, more cutting, more noise. Right, so built the frame. See the hole missing there to go around the pipe. Got the same with the top board, so I'm pre-drilled. I'm just going to use these. I've got one somewhere. Nope. Just going to use these the turbo screws that go straight in. They don't need rope or anything. I'm just going to use those and just mark it up. So yeah, and then we'll put a little post in just on this corner here, which I'll cut that when it's in place. It's all in, very happy with it. It's sized so it can take a top box tool chest. So I'm going to order one of those, and we can start sorting out the shelf where it's going to go. Anyway, I'm going to have a tidy up first, and we'll go around what I've got up to today, because it's a bit of a mess in here. I need to tidy up. As you can see, I've used nearly every one of my Ferrex power tools today doing this. So yeah, good about them all. Anyway, quick tidy up. I'll do a quick run round. Right, well, it's been a day. Shelving's all that I want. That's all in. My little workbenches there. I'm pretty much at the stage where I can actually move stuff into this space. So that's gonna be. I might do another video of me just doing it, shifting stuff around. At the moment, I've been at this all bloody day and I'm knackered. I need the tool box that's gonna go. That's gonna live on here. That'll then set the height of the shelves, and we can run with that. You might notice that the ducting's not been done. I'm knackered. I can't be bothered. It's fairly tidy with the cables out. I've got the trunking, but just fitting it seems like an arse, if I'm being honest with you. So I'm going to leave that. And yeah, I just need to move in, I think, now. So the shelving from Aldi, the Workzone stuff, that stuff's really, really good. Really happy with it. These brackets that are holding this main shelf up, they're a little fiddly. You do need to take them apart to attach them properly. which is a bit, what you could easily have had a little hole cut in here so you can get a long drill bit to get to the top and not take them apart at all. But it's a minor thing. They're doing the job. I'm just looking forward to getting some stuff all up there, some lighting and everything like that. So, garage build is done as far as this one's concerned. I think we'll call it there. So I'm really happy that a job that wasn't expected to do this year done. Anyway, there are small things that need to be done in here. The gate needs rebuilding as a door. I'll just do that. I might do a video that I don't, but that needs replacing. And there's a few little bits and pieces in there, like sealing up the door, minor little things that I'll get around to. But yeah, I am really happy. Oops. With my garage and the fact that he fits the car in, he's absolutely spot on. And I've got power in here. There's other things on my mind that I need to fix and get in here to start working on because I've got a big dry space all winter. So yeah, I also need to work out where I'm going to put the wheels temporarily. You might have to look at the garage. But anyway, that's another thing. Lots of things running around what we need to do with stuff. So garage build, I think, is done. Just need to move in. That might be in a couple of days. Anyway, we made it this far. It was interesting. Me doing shelving. Thanks for watching. Cheers.